so excited to start. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to part 0 of a brand new series, because I'm going to go through the rules for this challenge. We're going to meet the Sims and I'm going to give you a tour of the house. So we're not actually going to get into like gameplay, I don't think, in this part, but because I'm doing a challenge that I've kind of made up, I kind of wanted to talk you guys through it all. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the rules. Now, I've called this challenge the Crime Sorority. I did some Googling. I wanted a challenge I could do with the children of Alex and Lily and Alex and his affairs at university, because Addison needs to go to university. Well, doesn't need to, but I've decided that her going to university is what's finished the Criminal Empire challenge. This challenge is based on one by a user on Reddit named Smorregan, I assume. I have provided a link for their post on my blog. If you want to check it out, it's aussiecastplays.wordpress.com, and it's a link from the main page. Basically, I've put in on the page like the 100 Baby Challenge variant rules I used, the Fixer Upper Challenge variant rules I used, and also these rules, which I've put in draft because I'm going to play test them in this challenge and we'll tweak depending on how easy or difficult the challenge ends up being. So you do need Discover University, obviously, Get Together and Get Famous because of the requirements, but obviously if you wanted to try this yourself, you could modify those. If you didn't have Get Together or Get Famous, it's just that I have some Get Famous and Get Together mechanics because I'm heavily using the club mechanic and Get Famous for some of the features of that. I have allowed money cheats for the purposes of this challenge because you have to set up the sorority house. Now, in my story world, it's a new sorority and it's being bankrolled by Carissa Bailey, who is one of the children of Thorn Bailey. Her mum was my celebrity gold digger, Michaela, and Carissa is, by a series of unfortunate events, I suppose, somewhat in debt to Addison, who is one of the girls who wanted to have a sorority, and Carissa said, sure, I'll pay for it. It is at Foxbury, this one, but it doesn't have to be. I've made the sorority house. I have room for 6 Sims. I'll show you guys all of that. The idea is because it's an established sorority, that's why you can use cheats. And I figure with 6 Sims that I'm trying to get through university, I am not worrying about earning money. That is way too hard. So I've got my president. I've created a club. And one of the club activities, because this is a crime sorority, needs to be stealing. Because of that, during club gatherings, all of them have access to the ability to steal things like the kleptomaniac trait gives you. The club hangout is the sorority house. Minimum requirements for club membership should be Charisma 2 and another skill at level 2 of your choice. I've gone for Mischief and Charisma, and all of the Sims in the house have that as a minimum. Special roles and requirements. There are 3 out of the total number of members in the house that have additional skill requirements. The president must be in the villainy degree. It is a crime sorority. They are the ringleader of what is a gang pretending to be a sorority. By the time they graduate, they must have Logic 10 and Mischief 10. That, I'm hoping, will be pretty straightforward because villainy works on those 2 skills. We have another role, which is House Mother. This is a little bit modelled off the maid role in Criminal Empire. It's basically the person who kind of cooks, makes sure everything is running smoothly. I've put in the rules that they have to have cooking and handiness 10 by the end. Handiness obviously is directly relevant to crime activities in the game, especially if you have Get Famous and Bank Vaults. This sim takes care of the household. I'm imagining a little bit emotionally, but more enforcer-like, which again is how I treated that role in Criminal Empire. This will be Giovanna, if you're familiar with Criminal Empire, and I've put her in the physics degree. We'll see how we go with culinary arts. I've said that that can be an elective. I'm going to see how she goes just earning the skill in game, and we'll go from there. The third role is the face. This will be Maya. They must have Charisma 10 and a maximum reputation by the time they graduate. The reputation is, I believe, one of the Get Famous things. Now, they have to host a charity benefit party, which they need a pristine reputation to activate. I've recommended Friend of the World Aspiration. I have put Maya on that. She's going to be meeting a lot of people and saying hi and stuff, so I'm hoping it will be fairly straightforward. Now, the in-game rules. The members of the sorority, and we have 6, must do at least 2 classes per term and maintain at least a B GPA. I will be playing all 6 Sims. This is going to be the hardest bit of this challenge. Getting them to class, getting them to pass. It's going to be hard. I have said at least 2 classes per term. I'm going to start with 2 and we'll see how it goes. If I find it too easy, I'll maybe increase some of them or all of them to 3. I kind of would like them all to graduate together. Every week there should be at least 1 club excursion, like to a nightclub, a bar, that kind of thing. The sisters have to each, when I say sisters, I mean the members of the sorority, not just the 3 that are actually related in the sorority. The sisters each have to attempt to steal something to bring home for the trophy room. Any sister that is caught stealing has to volunteer to do a charitable act within 48 hours. This is a community service and patches up the sorority's reputation. Stolen objects are put in the basement trophy room. Now, I do have one of those. I'll show you guys when we get to the tour. Once your club is full. Now, the reason I've put that in the rules is because you might choose to start this with 1 sim and actually recruit students on campus, for example. I'm starting with 6 members. Across the course of this series, I need to throw certain events and reach gold. I've put keg party, dance party, and house party. I also have the Kawaii Stacy memorable events mod, and I'm planning on working my way through as many of them as are relevant. I was thinking we could have a carver party, like a Hawaiian carver party. The Sims, if they do 2 classes per term, are going to be at university for 6 weeks. That gives us the potential to throw 6 different parties. So it'd be nice to try some different things. Now, there are stretch goals. Expand the club to 8 members and recruit 2 additional sisters. Get them to at least a B. They obviously wouldn't graduate with the original cohort because they've joined later. I may or may not do that. I don't currently have room for 2 more, but we do have a basement. And if they're like, what do they call them, pledges? If they're new members, they can sleep in the basement. I don't know. By the time the president graduates, the club should have, and now these are the things I have directly lifted from the Reddit thread. This is a cut and paste, this paragraph. The club should have a club status, handshake, 3 of 5 social bonuses, 24 skill bonuses, the strongest camaraderie moodlet, the strongest confident club vibe, 2 of 2 club management, and 10 of 10 clothing and decor. These are things that you unlock with gathering points. So they're all of the different upgrades you can give your club. So I will show you guys what we have so far. If you wanted to keep going, I don't think I will because I'm following the Sims, not the sorority. But if you wanted to, you could have the president in their last term recruit the next president and then actually hand off to them and keep going. But I obviously won't be doing that. So let us jump across into the game. Alrighty, guys, this is the Foxbury sorority. I'm not sure why we were looking at the back of it. It is in Foxbury, funnily enough. I am actually wondering if that's going to be a terrible mistake, because if you play in the university neighborhoods, your Sims have to run all the way to class, whereas if you're playing in another neighborhood, they just despawn at the door. But we'll see how we go. I wanted a bigger lot, and the one in the, I forget the name of the neighborhood, but the central Brightchester neighborhood that's between the 2, the lots are tiny. So this is our sorority house. I'll just give you guys a quick tour. We are in build mode because it's actually night in game, so I wanted to have access to some natural light. This is our little entryway. I figured they've bought what probably was a sorority house or a frat house, and they've, because this is a new sorority in my game, but Addison and Carissa have bought this building and have converted it to their needs. Now, the name of the sorority is the Kappa Beta sorority because it's Carissa's initials and she's paying for it. I mean, yes, Kappa starts with K, but my understanding of the Greek alphabet is there's no C, there's only K. So that's where the name actually came from. We come through here. You'll see we have this is a club unlock object. This is the only one we have, and it's unfortunately Brightchester colors. There you go. This is like a little kind of waiting area. I'm hoping the Sims can get down the stairs. I'm pretty sure they can. If not, I'll move that couch a little. This is the stairs down to the basement. This is a little research room. The kids all do, well, I say kids, the young ladies all have laptops in their rooms. So these are like the archive machine things. And there's also just a table where they can do homework if they want to. You come through here, there's a little kind of connecting walkway with like a bookshelf and a couch. This is the living space. We have a bathroom behind that door. Sorry, the camera angles are a bit choppy. We've got, you know, juice pong. They've got a big TV. Carissa does have a lot of money. Yeah, we've got, you know, gaming consoles, a keg, a bubble blower. We'll see who ends up with a bubble blower habit. We've got a stereo. Now, there is actually a version of this build on the gallery. This has been tailored to suit my Sims, and I have got CC in this, but the one in the gallery is CC free and all the bedrooms are generic. So if you do want a sorority or a frat house, feel free to help yourself. This is our little dining room, which is looking lovely. And we have a kitchen through here. Not very exciting. We'll quickly pop upstairs. So we have 2 flights of stairs. Now, if you do download this from the gallery, I had put gates here and the fence went across, and it has that glitch when I started trying to play it where they won't walk up the flight of stairs because there's a fence there. You just have to remove the gate and demolish this tiny little bit of fence on both sides and it works. Sorry about that. That's just a thing that has happened. So I've given it 6 bedrooms. The one on the gallery actually has 7 and this is a bedroom. I've turned that into a gym. And this is the president's room. She has a bigger space and a bigger bathroom, and every other kid has, why do I keep calling them kids? Every other member has a room. They're all basically cookie cutter. So when they come down the stairs, this is actually the Writing Claria hidden unlock door. These are locked to the club, so no one can get in. And in fact, at the moment, all of the bedrooms are locked to just the sim whose room it is, because I didn't want them using each other's bathrooms. I may change it down the track to just have the bathrooms be locked. So, you know, only Giovanna can use Giovanna's bathroom, but then others can come into her room. We'll see how we go. But for now, I've just locked the rooms. I've put a laundry in. I got this idea from Dr. Gluon. These are actually, they're range hoods, but they look like chutes. And then I've put all of the laundry baskets in the laundry room. I quite like that. He used that in his hotel challenge. And I was like, that's awesome. So this is our little laundry. That is ostensibly the reason for the basement. So anyone who came to visit and was like, why do you guys have a basement? It's the laundry. But we obviously have a little hidden corridor back here. In the one on the gallery, I've put some placeholder objects on the shelves, but for this I want them to be empty because these have to be things they've stolen. This is our chapter house room. Annoyingly, I don't have the lights on. Should have probably done that before I started. Anyway, this is our chapter room. So I figured when they're having meetings, like this is Addison's seat, I could get them to come down here. They can, like, you know, not talk because they probably won't talk to each other while they're meditating. But it's like the chapter room where they do, I don't know, chapter-y things. Never seen a sorority in real life. It's not really an Australian thing. I don't know what people do in their chapter rooms. Probably get drunk and engage in weird hazing rituals or whatever. But my girls are going to meditate. And then we've got lots of shelf space in here. More shelf space over here. This is for the things we steal. And these are the photos of our members. So we have Addison, our president. She is enrolled in the villainy degree. She already has some skills. I'll just quickly open those up so you guys can see, because I've been playing her actively in my Criminal Empire challenge. She is ambitious, self-absorbed, and outgoing. She's on the Chief of Mischief aspiration, and I have enrolled everybody in class already because it was quite fiddly to get them all enrolled at university and then enrolled in their classes, so I did it off screen. So she's Mistress 7, almost Fitness 6, Cooking 4, Programming 4, that's mainly from projects, hilariously. We have Charisma, Logic, and a few other skills. She is out by far our most skilled sim already, so she's well placed to do quite well at university. She also has a heap of other traits. She's got Happy Toddler and Responsible. She has the Observant trait, Storm Chaser and Always Welcome from the Reward Store. She has Shameless from the Reward Store. And then there's a few, she's got Good Manners, Incredibly Friendly, and Socially Gifted. Now, Socially Gifted is from the Social Butterfly aspiration. Like I said, I've been actively playing this sim. She's got also Greedy and Jester from a mod, the Supervisor from a mod, and she's got Dastardly. So she's not an evil sim, but she is wanting to be like her criminal father, and she sees this sorority as the way to do it. Her house mother is Giovanna. This is Giovanna here. She is mean, self-assured, and a foodie. She's been very heavily influenced by the girl's aunt, Ashley. So she's also on the healthy eating lifestyle, so she can cook healthy meals, which I figured would be important to them. She's got guitar 4, fitness 3, cooking 3, programming 3, and then handiness, mischief, charisma, blah 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 at 2. 2 is the minimum for charisma and mischief for all of the girls. Then we have Maya, who is our philanthropist, aka the face of the gang. She is in charge of our PR. She is an insider, outgoing and cheerful. She's the strangest fit in terms of personality for a crime gang, but she's so desperately wants to be in the in crowd, and she's grown up as the daughter of a mob boss, and she gets how it works. You know, her mother is an associate member of the mob boss's gang. She grew up with another gang member as well. Like, she's not a natural fit for crime, but she's grown up in that environment, and this is what she accepts as normal. So she is an innocent jester and gregarious. I feel like that is the most Maya thing I've ever heard in my life. Charisma 3, fitness 2, herbalism 2, randomly, violin 2, mischief 2. So they're the most notable skills she has. Now, the Sims you may not be familiar with. I'm assuming that a lot of you watching this have probably already watched Criminal Empire. If you haven't, feel free, but I'll try and keep you guys caught up. We have 3 other Sims in this house. If you've watched Fixer Upper, you will be familiar with this Sim. She is the child of Grace Anansi, and I think it was Todrick Halls, except he's not going to be on this family tree because that's a different save file. So her dad doesn't exist in the world. I may bring him across. It's a Plumbella save file Sim, Todrick Halls. I'm 99% sure that was her dad. Now, she's got an older sister, Samantha. Her mum is Grace, who is the Realm of Magic Sim. They live in a haunted house. Tara's grown up in a haunted house. She's also been played pretty actively and has a lot of traits. Physically and mentally gifted from being a toddler. She's got a weak bloodline trait from being the child of a spellcaster. She's a self-absorbed cat lover and a music lover. This is her here. I think she's grown up to be stunning. Last time you guys would have seen her, if you've watched that series, would be when she was a child. So she's a young adult now. She's come along quite nicely. And she's gregarious and was a top-notch toddler. So she did even better than Addison on the toddler front. In terms of her skills, fitness 6, mischief 4, charisma 4, logic 4. She has some cooking, some piano. Her older sister was teaching her how to play piano because Samantha needed to complete the Mentora Sim for however many hours, part of her aspiration, and I had to do it with Tara. So Tara's got some piano skill, and we have video gaming as well. So this is little Tara. Oh, I should be telling you guys their degrees as well. You should know Giovanna's doing physics, Maya's doing communications, Tara is doing drama. She wants to be a social media celebrity. She wants to be a famous YouTuber. Then we have this Sim. This beautiful lady is Sakina Abar. She was made by Lady Sweetheart Sims, who I'm sure you guys are probably all familiar with. She makes the most beautiful Sims in the world. I've downloaded her from the gallery, so she's pretty much an untouched Sim. She has painting 4 because I've played 2 days off screen in this file just to get everyone into university, and I actually wanted the classes to start on Monday, so I actually had them enroll on Friday night. So she's got painting 4, and I've given her charisma 2, mischief 2, and that's basically it. For her, she started with unflirty, self-assured, and creative, and she is enrolled in the fine art degree. She is doing it at Foxbury, so she's not doing the distinguished degree. She wants to be a famous painter, and I expect if she stuck with the criminal career, she would be a forger. Then we have Shana O'Neill. Now, you kind of got to look really hard to recognize this Sim. She's actually one of the Sims from my 100 Vampire Baby Challenge. She's been devamped and renamed, and I've changed her hair color and stuff because I loved her aesthetic so much, and I've kept her with the traits the game gave her from that. But that's why she's got happy, toddler, and responsible, because that's what every Sim from 100 Baby Challenges has, for me at least, because they all end up with responsible. She has essence of flavor from being on Oh, I think she randomly generated with like mixology originally. I've actually moved her across to big successful lineage aspiration, but she's got that because that's what she started with. I'm thinking she's going to be our flirt of the series. I'm thinking she's pansexual. Sakina here, I think with the unflirty trait, I've decided she's ace. So there you go. So I hope that's okay with you, Lady Sweetheart. And we've got Shana's skills. I don't think are going to be particularly exciting. Charisma 5, Logic 4, Fitness 2, Mischief 2, Cooking 2. So there you go. I'm thinking that Shana's going to cause a lot of trouble. Oh, and her degree is economics. So she wants to be... I think I was going to put her in business. I mean, every crime gang needs an accountant. So, those are our lovely ladies. And where we are at the moment, it's 2 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Like I said, I have enrolled everybody in their classes. They actually independently started doing homework and stuff, so I just had them all do that. That's all any of them have done. No one's done a project yet. I'll just quickly show you their rooms because they are beautiful. This is Shana's room. She's my little rainbow baby. I think this room suits her. Her favorite colors are green and orange, I'm sure you can tell. I did have a problem when I devampified her. She was still using bat form, so she was a human, but flitting around the house in bat form. I'm hoping I fixed that glitch. It was very exciting to see her flitting around in bat form, but it was a bit immersion breaking because she's not a vampire in this world. She's just a lady. This is little Tara's room. We've got lots of natural earth tone greens and things. She is a spellcaster. I don't think she has a lot of spells. Let's have a super quick look at her spell book. She's just gotten to Neophyte, and she has 2 mischief spells. So she has Desperio and Deliriate. She, I think, is going to be mischief focused. She was always a very mischievous child, which is why she seemed like a good fit for this gang. And the others in the household do not know she is a spellcaster. This is little Sakina's room. You'll see she's working on a painting already. She already did this one earlier. I'm not planning on selling the ones that I like. She's like into black. How would I characterize her? Her vibe, for me, is like an artist who's like into metal and stuff. Now, I will just quickly show you guys. She's beautiful. Lady Sweetheart, I did add a couple of skin details, like the little moles and stuff. Obviously, you made her without CC, so I've CC'd her up. I think she is stunning. Then we have little Addison's room through this wall, through the toilet. I've put lots of photos on the wall of her family. I think, you know, we've got her dad and her mom and her brothers, and also a photo of herself because she's self-absorbed. So this is her little room. I love it. Maya's room is all sunshine, pictures of animals and food and donuts and stuff. This is Giovanna's bedroom. So she's actually a lot like Sakina in her aesthetic. This show in particular seemed like her vibe, you know, black and fiery, and also really into food. Like food wars kind of. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. And a little gym because, you know, they like to work out. So that is the Sims. That is the house. Well, those are the Sims. That is the house. I'm really excited to get started with this, but I know this video has gone on for ages already. I'm really sorry. I couldn't help myself. So I am going to wrap this up here. Hopefully you guys aren't too disappointed to not have any gameplay. But we're going to start next part. It'll be the weekend. That gives them all a chance to start work on the projects and term papers. But I also think for their first weekend in the sorority house together, I'm going to have them go out, you know, go clubbing, get to know each other. But I'm going to wrap this part up here. I'm so excited to start. But I had so much to go through that I know this video is already too long. So I'm going to leave it here. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.